I wrote a lecture for Poetic Africa, and my lecture topic was Poetry is God. Before I delve into my lecture, I'd like to speak about Poetic Africa. Poetic Africa is a magazine that showcases rich and diverse poetry in English, Swahili, and French from Africa to all over the world. They also, feature literary ideas and lectures. I was very privileged to write this edition, and my topic was Poetry is God. What I'm going to be doing is reading an excerpt from my lecture and, putting down the link below so you guys could go read the full lecture and come back to this comment section to talk. Let's, have a conversation about poetry being God. So I've got my laptop here and I'm going to be reading the first 4 paragraphs. The first time I told someone poetry is God, he shook his head vigorously and argued extensively on why nothing could be compared to God. An argument I found quite annoying, to be honest, because it did not change the fact that in a lot of ways, poetry wears God's skin, and one can always find God in poetry. Oxford Dictionary defines God as the creator and ruler of the universe, and source of all moral authority, a supreme being, a spirit worshipped as having power over nature and human fortunes, a deity. And what is poetry? Well, Oxford Languages say poetry as a literary work is an expression of feelings and ideas with given intensity by the use of distinction and rhythm, a quality of beauty and intensity of emotion regarded as characteristic of poems, something regarded as comparable to poetry in its beauty. But poetry is way more than complex, rhythmic, fanciful words on blank paper. Poetry is as powerful, complex, mystical, unbelievably mysterious, and immortal as God. It is so concise, yet so elaborate, and oftentimes is a language our soul knows too well. When we think of poetry, we must not limit it to mere lyrical words. And that's because it's always going to be more than just words written on paper. And that's where I'm going to be stopping for now. I've included a link that will take you to where you can read the lecture in the description bar below. Please check it out, please read it, and then come back to this video so that you can share your opinion on it and we can, have a conversation on poetry being God. Thank you for watching.